Man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. Errol Spence showing why he is the truth and nothing but the truth. Getting the stoppage over Lamont Peterson, man. Lamont Peterson quitting on his stool, or should I say his corner stopped the fight. And, Errol Spence, man, just looking ferocious, dominant in every shape, form, and fashion of a fight. And his youth and his brute force, once again, proved to be superior. I mean, he clearly was the stronger fighter. He clearly was the much more bigger fighter. Lamont Peterson, who was a fighter who, didn't have major power down at 140 pounds, he got in there and attempted to get into a slugfest with Errol Spence, which, I didn't understand the game plan coming from this particular corner. Barry Hunter and Lamont Peterson, I don't know if they worked on, because Lamont Peterson clearly looked pretty big in the fight, man. This was one of the biggest that I've ever seen Lamont Peterson look. And he built himself to be durable in this fight, man. He tried to take some of the punches of Errol Spence. He tried to stand right there in front of Errol Spence, gave him a target like Paulie Malignaggi was talking about. And, over time, we all knew that he couldn't just sustain, just fighting like that over a 12-round period. It was no way, it wasn't even smart to be earlier on to be standing right there in front of Errol Spence, giving him a target and just letting him just kind of just tee off on you. You know what I'm saying? And, Lamont Peterson, for a lot of the earlier portion of the fight, was just curling up. And, truth be told, we all knew it was just a matter of time. Lamont Peterson showed a lot of heart. He showed a lot of bravery. Yeah. But game plan wise, man, it wasn't smart for him to just go in there, stand in front of Errol Spence and try to just, get 1-2 shots in whenever he could, and just allowing Errol Spence to feel comfortable, to be, to do what he wanted to do. And I didn't think it was a smart game plan, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand if Lamont Peterson was trying to drain Errol Spence early on to just let him tee off and just let him punch as much as he wanted, try to punch himself out. But, Lamont Peterson, he did get some good shots in, man. But, he's showing that his power wasn't nearly hurting Errol Spence the way Errol Spence's shots was hurting him, man. We had an early knockdown in this fight, man. Lamont Peterson taking some shots on the top of the head from Errol Spence, man. Probably knocking his equilibrium all over the place, man. And it put him down. Errol Spence just so strong, man. Just so strong for a welterweight. So big for a welterweight. He is just going to, that's what makes him so much of a problem at this particular weight class. He's so big and so strong. You know what I'm saying? And just be able to withstand the punches of his opponents. And, he showed a lot of good boxing skill in this fight also. I thought his jab looked pretty solid in this fight. The way he measured Lamont Peterson throughout the fight with the jab was wonderful, man. And, and once Lamont Peterson kind of hit Errol Spence with some rapid punches earlier on in the fight, that made Errol Spence engage in the fight more and turn it up a level. And when Errol Spence turns it up a level, man, he just brings it. He just brings noise, man. So I got to admit, man, Errol Spence's power and his size for 147, man, is just going to give everybody problems. And, he got the veteran Lamont Peterson out of there, man, showing good sportsmanship after the fight also in particular, man. And it was just good, man. It was just good to see. Errol Spence, the future of welterweight, a lot of people believe. And he got the job done easy tonight, man. Real talk. So his resume is looking better and better every fight, man. Now he got Kell Brook and Lamont Peterson on his resume, man. His resume is starting to look like pretty much second best right now at welterweight. So I'm going probably compared to Keith Thurman's resume. Errol Spence is yeah. Other than the fact that Keith Thurman is unified, resume-wise, man, Errol Spence is putting work in now when it comes to the names when you compare him to the other welterweights. I'm just being real. In the other champions, well, what Keith Thurman got 2 belts, Errol Spence got 1. In the WBO is by Jeff Horn. So yeah, compared to the other champions, Errol Spence is definitely second best resume. And compared to that welterweight right now, man, Kell Brook and Lamont Peterson, man, you might be talking, yeah, definitely. What Keith Thurman has done is, to me, is probably still a level better. And of course, what Manny Pacquiao has done, if you really want to consider him. But Errol Spence's resume is solid now, man. He is a major player at welterweight. He always really has been. He's the fan favorite right now, man. And Keith Thurman is going to be hard to avoid Errol Spence Jr., man. The level is going to get turned up the heat is going to get turned up another level on Keith Thurman when it comes to Errol Spence Jr. because he's now gotten a veteran experienced fighter like Lamont Peterson. Granted, he's up there in age, and granted, yeah, he's not, he's not the biggest welterweight, and his power has not translated up to welterweight, but yet and still, he's a veteran, and he's a quality name to have on Errol Spence's resume, and it makes a lot of noise, man. Real talk. You got to get this dude a shot, man. Real talk, man. But the thing that make this thing so also troublesome after this fight, we also wonder, where can Errol Spence go? Now, Errol Spence, of course, we would like to see him in there with Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. I mean, we can make several. I've already talked about that in previous videos. That's the fight we want. That's the fight that should. Those are the fights that should be happening. But it ain't gonna happen. Now, the thing that make this thing so worse is that you got at the IBF the mandatory situation all jacked up, where you had Konstantin Ponomariov, who's rated third, I believe, or something like that, and then you had to do Carlos Ocampo. They were scheduled to fight, and the winner of that fight was going to be the mandatory to Errol Spence Jr. Well, Konstantin Ponomariov pulled out of that fight, and now it's up in limbo who is the mandatory to Errol Spence Jr. at this present time. This is the second time that Konstantin Ponomariov, the fighter that looks like Little Mac from Mike Tyson Punch-Out, this is the second time that this dude then pulled out in an opportunity to face Errol Spence Jr., man. We remember when Errol Spence Jr. was climbing the IBF rankings before he was champion, he had an opportunity to face Konstantin Ponomariov for the #1 spot. And Konstantin Ponomariov backed out then, man. And once again, this just shows pussy. The IBF should kick him out the rankings, man. Like, that's just too pussy the way he's just running away from Errol Spence. It's just crazy, man. I don't understand that, man. But once again, the IBF situation at mandatory is just all jacked up for Errol Spence. The other champions ain't gonna give Errol Spence a shot right now. So where Errol Spence goes from here, I truthfully don't even know, man. Al Heyman is going to have to get clever when it comes to Errol Spence. These fighters are getting out of the way from Errol Spence, and it's sad to see it, man. It really is, man. It really, really is. Hopefully, Errol Spence can land another big fight very soon. All we want to see him in is big fights. He has the potential to take over the welterweight division. If this is possible, allow it to happen. I mean, god damn, it's crazy how these fighters are ducking Errol Spence. The destruction of Lamont Peterson tonight can be any of these welterweights tonight, and they know it. Tonight's performance just sent another bolt of fear, almost in a way, through these other fighters. They're going to be even more reluctant to get into the ring with Errol Spence Jr. after this performance, man. But good performance to Errol Spence Jr. Good hats off to Derek James, the trainer of Errol Spence Jr., man. He keeps Errol Spence Jr. in tip-top condition, always coming in every fight, following the game plan. It's working every fight. No other fighter has been able to make Errol Spence uncomfortable, probably since, other than Kell Brook in the early portion of their fight. But no other fighter has been able to make Errol Spence adjust. No other fighter has been able to make Errol Spence uncomfortable. Lamont Peterson clearly unable to do it tonight. And the question is, who? I would love to see an Errol Spence and Sean Porter fight. That would be the #1 fight. A lot of people may say Danny Garcia and, of course, Keith Thurman. If we couldn't get Keith Thurman, I would love to see a Errol Spence and Sean Porter fight, man. That would be so explosive, man. That would the fireworks from that fight would be just crazy, man. I hope these dudes, man, don't get scared of Spence after this performance, man, and they get in the ring with him. I do, man. Real talk. So to the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man. Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man Made Man. As for Lamont Peterson, man, I don't know if he continues to go on with his career. It's a question for Lamont. He took a lot of damage in tonight's fight, man. He showed the heart of a warrior. He stood on his feet, man. He refused to go down. He looked at Barry Hunter before Barry Hunter stopped that fight, and Barry looked at him in the eyes and told him, "Look at me, man." And he told Barry, "What you want to do? I'm going to keep on fighting as long as you let this thing continue, man." And truth be told, Barry Hunter made the right call, man. Lamont Peterson was just taking way too much damage. But I hope he just sit back, heal from this fight. If he continues to go on with his career, just take some time off, man. This was a very damaging fight tonight. I mean, this could honestly be the retirement of Lamont Peterson. He took a lot of damage. Earl gave him a lot of damage tonight, man. And man, I mean, who knows, man? Peterson may not be the same after this fight. I mean, a lot of damage. I mean, but Lamont Peterson, the heart of a warrior, the heart of a champion, always bounce back, man. He's bounced back before. If he decides to call it a career after the nice fight, I understand, and that will be heads off to an awesome career, man. Real talk, man. So, former champion Lamont Peterson, man, looking good, looking like a warrior tonight, man. You know, taking the L tonight, but once again keeping his legacy and reputation intact for known for being a warrior, and he showed it tonight. So we'll see. So to the next video. Peace out.